am I feeling a sense of a raised vibration when I do this? Am I getting that result? And am I seeing it affect the way that I behave in my everyday life? And
I think like the tie-in that I never saw, or I didn't see early, but I've seen lately, the tie-in between meditation and martial arts. Like there's a mental and physical thing that is, in my opinion, is exactly the same, but in two very different, and that's your response.
Yeah.
So somebody says something and you can like, it's kind of, you see it, it's like there. If it was in physical form, it's here. And then you do what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same thing, very much the same thing with martial arts. Like your partner does something, or opponent, some would say, and they do something, and your response. So you can, like, I think a very easy response is just to move out of the way. Right. So like in that case, somebody says something negative about you and you just are like, I don't accept that. Like I'm sidestepping that.
Yeah.
And so I think there's such a way deeper assessment of me 15 years into martial arts, that tie in, that I definitely, for at least the first 10 years, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Like I liked it. I appreciated all the parts. I think, other parts of the meditation practice are super magical, but now where it used to be such a badge to say I can meditate for this long, now it's like, well, I think it's pretty cool that I can meditate sometimes for 90 seconds and get pretty far in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not right. And it's not a matter of measurement. It's just a matter of enjoyment. It's a matter of, am I feeling, a sense of a raised vibration when I do this? Am I getting that result? And am I seeing it affect the way that I behave in my everyday life? And it usually does.
Yeah. It absolutely usually does. I think it has a lot to do with attitude too. Mm-hmm. I think when I walked into martial arts the first couple times, it just felt different. Like it felt different in two big ways. Quality of people seemed very high. And then like I was a person who was raised going to church multiple times a week. And so it felt on some level, because at the end of an awful lot of the classes, you would give a little talk. And that talk would be, I don't know if, I'm curious kind of if that's a talk that you have always teed up, or if it's just like, I'm going to wait and see at the end of class and see what direction this takes, or, but it always feels to me, almost always feels to me like if you've ever gone to church and you felt like the pastor or priest was speaking to you, I felt like I was always at that point, like almost the only person in the room.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden everybody else is gone and I'm just sitting there listening, hearing what I need to hear from your lips to my ears. Yeah. And I found that to be super interesting and maybe selfish, but whatever it is, it was my reality and still is my reality.
Right.
You know?
So a way to look at this, and I've kind of been teaching this lately, but so there's this thing called reception. Like what are we receiving? Like what's coming in? Or another way to say it that may be a little easier is what am I able to hear? What am I open to? Mm-hmm. And so the natural question that people ask is, how do you tune your reception mode so that you're receiving the best stuff? Whether you want to have more fitness, you want more money in your life, you want better relationships, how do you tune to that frequency so that you can get the insights and the ideas that you need to move ahead? And what people don't realize is what you are broadcasting is exactly what you're receiving. So when a fantastic student like you comes into a room and I say something and you go, wow, that was just what I needed. That's because you were broadcasting that. And then it was coming back out of me and there was this loop that was going on between the two of us. And this happens all the time. This happens even in this conversation, but it happens everywhere we go. Yeah. What I'm putting out is what the universe is delivering back every single time. So the next time you're in class and I say something that's brilliant, just give yourself a big pat on the back because it's all you. It's not me.
That's awesome. Yeah. I feel like all these conversations are kind of like that. Like when you're just a little more dialed in with certain people, it just is easier, and there's the give and take of a good dance, you know, that it kind of moves back and forth like that. And I think, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.